Meghan busted as Ripa catches her flirt with Mark after uninvited entry at Live Kelly and Mark. Live with Kelly and Mark's upbeat vibe was disrupted when Meghan Marle. What started out as a supposed joyful surprise for viewers soon turned into a contentious interaction when the Duchess of Sussex abruptly arrived onto the set. After being enthralled by the idea of a roya guest, the audience went silent when Markle unexpectedly arrived during a commercial break. Consuelos, who appeared visibly irritated, confronted her, highlighting the show's rigid schedule and the inconvenience her unannounced visit caused. His voice was stern as he demanded of Meghan, "What are you doing here?" She tried to minimize the situation by saying, "I was just passing by the neighborhood and thought I'd stop by to say hello." Marle, unmoved by his directness, tried to sound nonchalant and even defiant, as if asking if there was a problem. As the co-hosts got into a heated argument, the atmosphere in the studio became increasingly tense. While Consuelos expressed his displeasure with the unanticipated interruption, Marle kept a nonchalant, even rebellious, demeanor. In response, Consuelos said, "We're going live in minutes, and we have a strict schedule to follow. You can't just show up whenever you feel like it." As Marle tried to speak, Consuelos lifted his hand to mute her, saying in a loud and unyielding voice, "No listening. My wife Kelly and I co-host the talk show. This is my show. It is not appropriate for you to enter this room and begin speaking over us." Fans who were looking forward to the show's debut were instead treated to an awkward altercation, and several of them fidgeted uncomfortably in their seats. "I don't know what to do." Right at that moment, Ripa came out from behind the scenes and inquired, "What's going on here?" as the spotlight shifted between Consuelos and Marle, as if oblivious to the tension. In a flash, Consuelos set the scene, explaining how Markle had unexpectedly shown there and his objections to her interfering with the show. In a tone that was both firm and kind, Ripa told Marle, "I'm sorry, but Mark is right. You can't just show up on a set like this. We have a schedule to maintain and our audience is waiting for the show to begin." Her expression became serious as she listened attentively. "I understand that you are used to a certain degree of luxury, but that isn't the case here. This is our studio, our show, and we must ask you to depart." I could see that she stated it with composure as Marco's smile faded and her expression tightened. After a brief moment of astonishment, she regained her composure. "I apologize if my intentions came across as hostile. All I wanted to do was offer some company. However, if my presence is truly unwelcome, I guess I'll just have to leave." Pulled away from the set, abandoning Consuelos and Ripa to collect themselves before the cameras began rolling. The crowd, once enthralled by the idea of a royal visitor, now sat in stunned silence as the show resumed. After Consuelos and Ripa quickly addressed the incident, apologized to the audience, and assured them that everything was under control, tensions continued to rise. Many viewers took to social media to express their thoughts on the confrontation. Some praised the co-hosts for being professional and standing firm when faced with Markle's unexpected arrival. They argued that the co-hosts had a responsibility to the show's audience and crew to keep things running smoothly, and they were right to ask Markle to leave. Others criticized the co-hosts, saying they were too harsh and that they should have been more welcoming to the royal guest. Whatever one's perspective, it was clear that the incident had a lasting impression on the Live with Kelly and Mark team.